we have breaking news out of Bala town as former club favourite Henry Jones has announced his retirement with immediate effect. Jones will join Chris Venables' coaching staff at the under-19s at the club, and he also joins Venables and Denny Gosset as former club players employed on the coaching staff at the club. In other news... Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 9, Episode 14 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. Today, a small change to the schedule. We're going to be playing both legs of the Dortmund tie in the Europa League second knockout round. So we're going to have a very, very tough time of things today, but hopefully we'll at least put up a good show. That's the sort of, I think, the least we can ask for, isn't it? But as you've just heard, the big breaking news is that Henry Lloyd-Jones has retired from football, and he will be joining the backroom staff or the under-19s. He's not a long-term youth coach because he can't work with youngsters, but mentally he's not too bad. He's maybe not a bad attacking coach, potentially. So we'll get him through his coaching badges and we'll keep him at the club one way or another. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be a youth coach. I do think we're going to need to look to move him into the senior coaching staff at some point in the future. Now, I have changed my strategy. I was discussing in the comments last episode what we can do to try and help boost up the Welsh League. So I have a new plan. And that plan is to try and buy up all the young Welsh talent from within the Welsh League. I don't want to overpay for it, but I don't want to necessarily underpay for it. But what I'm doing is I'm giving them all a 50% sell-on clause. So my plan here is to get the best young players out of the other Welsh clubs, the semi-professional Welsh clubs, get them into our training facilities, train them full-time, let them spend a season or two, because if they're 17 years old or so, let them spend a season or two in our under-19s, try and loan them out if we can, and then try and sell them on for a profit. So anybody that's sort of got this potentially 3.5 star potential, we're going to sign them up. We're going to not pay them too much because that way, otherwise it'll deter them from going to other Welsh teams. Try and train them up, as I said. And if we can sell them onto English clubs and make a big profit, 50% of that going back to the parent club or the initial club, hopefully that way we'll build up the league. Now, the downside to that potentially is that, yes, I'm taking the best young players out of these other clubs, but I'm hoping that in doing that down the line, when we get the 50% sell-on clause, if we can sell them on for $500,000, $1 million, and that money goes back to the club, that long-term it'll help build them up. That's my plan. We can try and loan them back to those clubs, perhaps. But yeah, let me know what you think. So we've got, I think, 3 or 4 that we've signed already. Dan Robinson is the first one from Barrytown, potentially a left-back. He's not really jumping reach for a centre-back, but a left-back. So he's the first guy we've brought in. The next one is Sam Evans from FM20 under-19s. Again, you can see he's got very good vision, decent long shots, good technique, good first touch. This guy, I think, could actually become a decent player. If we have a quick look at his scouting report, again, you can see pushing up to that 3.5 star potential. So again, hopefully, training full-time with our facilities, with our coaches, he'll kick on and become a very good player. And the third player from Carnarvon under-19s is Denny Gami. Again, you can see good passer, good vision, decent enough physically, good free kick taking as well, flair. So again, I'm hoping, and because the problem we have is that they're all unambitious, but I'm hoping, again, get them into our facilities, we can mentor them, and I'm hoping that we'll turn them into decent players that can then be sold on for a profit. So that's my plan. Let me know what you think. Now, the reason I haven't done the compensation is because we wouldn't be able to give them a 50% sell-on, so I've been signing them for about 10k. Maybe I should be a little bit more generous. To start with, I wasn't sure how many players I'd be signing, so I didn't want to overdo it and end up spending millions and millions of pounds trying to get all the best youngsters in. Anyway, that is that. Let me know what you think of the plan. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, then all we've done is take the best young players out of the Welsh leagues. It'll go horribly wrong if it doesn't work. I'm hoping it will, though. Anyway, let's go on again to catch you up on since last episode. That was our league fixture against the New Saints. Are we still on the perfect season? Jan Haverman gave us an early lead before Damien Allmark smashed one in from the edge of the goal line. So there we go, of course we are, away from home against the New Saints, and it was a pretty good performance, to be honest. We controlled the game, they'd never really threatened us, and yeah, good solid performance. And what about that wonder tap in from Damien Allmark? As scrappy as you like that one, wasn't it? So there we go, quick update of the league table. And we can see there, 27 games played, 27 wins, absolutely high flying. But it's all about this today, the Champions League, the Europa League knockout against Borussia Dortmund. Now, there was one comment, request in the comments to have a look at see how Callum Connolly's getting on. So I thought we'd have a quick update as well of all the old favourites. Now, Luke Bussenbrew unfortunately has retired and didn't stay as a coach. So that's unfortunate. I would like to have brought him back as a coach. I did try to sign him when I signed Henry Jones on a free, but he didn't want to come back. But the big question was regarding Callum Connolly. Now, unfortunately, at Fulham, he's not playing. He's had 2 starts and 2 sub appearances. He's had 1 game in the leasing.com for the under-23. So he's not playing for Fulham, which is devastatingly disappointing, isn't it? Considering how important he was for us. So that's Callum Connolly. On the bright side, I guess, Kieran Topley does appear to be playing. He's had 2 starts and a sub appearance as well. Plus he's 8 games in the Champions League with us apparently. But yeah, so Kieran Topley does appear to be a bigger part of the Fulham plans, which is good. If we're going to lose them, then might as well go and play. Everybody else here, Jozo Šimitz he's at transfer listed at Millwall. Reece Williams is transfer listed at Ipswich. Nebula is still in at his home country in Zelina. James Waite is playing at Exeter right now in League One, and Ollie Denham is at Accrington Stanley as well. And you can see there we knew that Neto is at Barry Town on an amateur contract, and Jake Nichols is at Afanlido on an amateur contract. Bakari and Romario Vieira are got to be in danger of retiring, so that just kind of is what it is. All right, let's get to work here against Dortmund. So we are at home first, and we've just got to try and stay in this tie, don't we? Ernesto Valverde is the manager. They're in excellent form. They are the favourites for this one. We have a look here. They're top of the Bundesliga, so that's not ideal. 5 points clear of Bayern Munich, so they're obviously a very, very good team. They're an Ernesto Valverde coach team, as I said. Very good coach, very good manager. An adventurous standard playing style. We're expecting them to come out in this sort of formation, so maybe a little bit defensive. We can see here their positional heat map. I'm wondering if there's just in those channels there, if there's a little bit of space for us. I did consider an inside forward, particularly down this, what would be our right-hand side. But, yeah, we'll see. We might even change that because we've got Grehan out there. Anyway, we can see their passing network there and their key passes as well. And this is the team we're sending out to hopefully put up a good show of things. Teniskovic goes in goal. It's Norrington Davies, O'Halloran, Gosney and Follerin as the back 4. Broughton as a deep line playmaker. Jorgen Williamson drops in a little bit deeper for this one. Hopefully he can do a role for us there. It's going to be Grehan and Vukovic down the wings. Mackmeyer had to start, didn't he? So he goes up top. We have ditched in Europe playing out from the back because we've seen it. It just doesn't work for us right now. So we're going to just get the ball out to the flanks nice and early. Hopefully not stuff up and concede silly goals. See what we can do. So everybody is lining up as expected, which is good. Any names there we recognise? I mean, they're a young team anyway. So there's probably not. They're going to be mostly regens at this point, I would imagine. Or new gens, depending where you fall on that side of the debate. Gomez says we should challenge them to pick up where they left off. What do we say? Let's go with their cause an upset. Yeah, let's go with that. I did say in the pre-game press conference that I always back us to do well. So let's hope we do that. All right, and here we go. Now, in between the 2 games, we will be voting on the Viewers' Player of the Year. My plan is that, assuming that we're going to lose this tie, which is maybe not what I should be doing, but let's face it, Dortmund are a good team. We will end the season next episode. Oh, Teniskovic! I thought he was going to make the save. Unfortunately, all he could do was knock it into the back of the net. Again, it's a set piece that's come back to haunt us in Europe. And, could Teniskovic have done better? He's at full stretch. And they're not offside. Well, they're obviously not offside because it's been given. It wouldn't really matter at this point anyway. That's so annoying. So anyway, yeah, we will be voting on the Viewers' Player of the Year in between the 2 games. So make sure you sort of, if you're going to sort of skip from game to game, make sure you don't miss that. We've got work to do here defensively against Dortmund again. Ball over the top. We are defending narrowly. That would suggest we shouldn't be doing that. Oh, and that is 2-0. So we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of pass the ball into space. And already 2 goals conceded at home after 12 minutes. It's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good. Just a little lefties man there, didn't he? Oh, Grehan, lefties man, and a little bit unlucky. O'Halloran with the block, and again, Norrington Davies just pulling off his man. And we can't afford to do that. All right, can we put a little bit of pressure on them high at the pitch here? Get ourselves at least somewhat back in this game. It would appear not, based off of the openness of Rodriguez there. Come on, boys, come on. What we don't want to do is crash and burn out of here, do we? We want to at least go down with some sort of fight in us. Come on. Oh, they're running rings around us right now, aren't they? Ball in again. It's another good block. Haidara has it. We're putting decent pressure on them. I'm wondering if we're going to have to take counter press off, I think, aren't we? We're getting pulled out of shape. That might be something else we need to consider doing in Europe for future seasons, is against these better teams, maybe not counter pressing. I think what might be happening is that they're good enough to just play round our press in any case. So, yeah. But straight past him. Who's number 25? Was it Gosney? He just went straight past him. I think it was Gosney. Let's have another look at this. Good first touch there. Yeah, it is Gosney. Look at that. He just walked straight past him, didn't he? Teniskovic possibly should have done better. We're 3-0 down after 15 minutes, and anybody else getting flashbacks to Manchester United here? Oh dear. Oh dear. All right, come on. Let's win this. Can we win something here, boys? We're going to have to get stuck in on, I think. They're just playing it around us for fun, aren't they? I don't know how we fix this. Oh, that would have been unlucky. O'Halloran's there. Go and make a challenge, mate. Come on. All right, so let's go and get stuck in. What do we got to lose at this point? It's just been a bad start, hasn't it? Obviously, the pre-game build-up, the team talk has not worked. Another ball in, another block. It's still there. Teniskovic makes a save, which is unlike him in Europe at times, isn't it? Williamson's taken a knock. There's no point. There's no point. Let's get him off. Let's get Murphy on, who's done a decent job all season for us. Murphy in there. Williamson, I bought. He's the better player, and with Mackmeyer up top. But I mean, we haven't seen Mackmeyer yet, have we? So, oh. All right, let's maybe look to hit early crosses in. Let's be a little bit more direct. We've got to try and get Mackmeyer in the game, don't we? Really, that's the key here. But yeah, this is a little bit disappointing. As I said, I mean, I did fully expect to go out to Dortmund, but I didn't want to be 3-0 down after half an hour. Yeah, and I mean, they're continuing. Every highlight is just them playing it through us for fun. Teniskovic just made another decent save there. And yeah, I mean, I wonder if we need to look to go and play on the counter-attack against teams like this. Maybe that would help a little bit with the way that we're approaching things. Brewerton with an interesting attempt at tackle there. Very much two-footed scissor lunge, but that's fine. Norrington Davies clears it into touch. Let's try it. Just get players, back in behind the ball. They're looking complacent what they were before they got shouted at. I don't know what to say at this point. It's just been a disappointing first half. And is it going to get capped off? Teniskovic makes another decent save. And we've got work to do here defending the corner now. Come on, boys, get this away. Good header clear by Ryan Murphy. Brewerton's going after it. Stay on your feet, boys. Well, even though I told you to get stuck in, but just don't get yourself sent off. That's the last thing. Imagine playing this team with 10 men. Norrington Davies nicks it nicely there. Well done, son. All right, that ends the first half. An absolute disaster. 3 goals in 6 minutes has absolutely killed us there, hasn't it? I expect a better showing in the second half, boys. Teniskovic, you're doing fine, mate. Follerin, I mean, it could well be his last game in a Bala Town shirt, because let's face it, he's only on loan. We've got better players coming in for next season with the Serbian that we've signed, and there's no point. We'll play the youngsters. Play the youngsters, give them match experience if this is the end of our European campaign. All right, let's try and encourage. We've got apprehensive, anxious-looking attacking players. Yeah, Yeah, it's not really gone to plan, has it? Let's try Grehan as the inside forward. Like my initial plan, they do get their fullbacks forward. I wonder if we can maybe get him close to McMire and use his pace to exploit something. But you never know. O'Halloran with a nice header there to win it. Knocked down to Sam York. All right, come on, boys. Let's go down with the fight here. Vukovic to pick up a loose ball. Can he get a cross in? Where's McMire? Grehan's in the area as well. Edge of the area again for Brewerton. Picks it up nicely. Brewerton goes back for Connor Gosney. Gosney gets it forward to Grehan, into some space. Where's McMire in the middle? Can he pick him out? He cuts back. It's there for Follerin. Follerin is headed away. Oh, don't get us on the break. Oh, I thought we were going to have a chance, and it's going to end up being... Oh, it's a good tackle from Connor Gosney. Go on, Connor. Grehan has it again. Put on the afterburners, mate. Here he goes. Can he find McMire? He goes past his man. Grehan done wonderfully well. Where's the last product? It's there, and Vukovic gets the goal. Go on, boys. 3-1 it is now. It is a stunning assist from Grehan, isn't it? Maybe counter-attack is what we need to do. I mean, it seems so simple now you say it out loud and you see it in action. That's maybe something for next season particularly that we need to look to do in Europe. I mean, it's a little bit of a learning process. And the difficult thing about it is that we do have to kind of experiment in competitive games in Europe. Oh. Vukovic is off. That's the problem with getting stuck in. It's the problem with getting stuck in. All right, what do we do now? Well, I think we've just got to try that, don't we? I'll take it, get off, stuck in now. That's why I don't like it, to be honest. But yeah, again, experimenting and another red card in Europe. And we've seen it too many times this season, haven't we? And we just need to try and keep us in the game. And you never know. Second leg, if they come out complacent, we get an early goal. You know, if you never know. But you've got to be in the tie for that to happen. And we're out of the tie. We're not good enough at the back, are we? That's sort of the glaringly obvious thing from both this game and the Manchester United game is that we're just not good enough at the back. O'Halloran is a young player that is getting better, but is he ever going to be good enough? I mean, that would suggest possibly. He's done well there. All right, Sean Davies has it now. What can he do? The problem is that we don't really have an outball. Grehan does his best to get there. But down to 10 men, it's really, really difficult, isn't it? Sean Davies has done really well there as well. Norrington Davies has it now. York, back to Brewerton, to Murphy. Back to Brewerton, for Gosney. Out for Follerin. All right, where's Grehan? He finds him. Can Grehan provide some more magic for us? Goes past one. Grehan's at it again. Do we have anybody in the box? McMire, of course, is no longer on the field. Grehan goes past another one. Oh, it's a penalty. Grehan has done wonderfully, wonderfully well there. And who's going to take it? Who's number 14? It's Brewerton. I've never seen him take a penalty before. Brett Brewerton. Oh, straight down the middle, and it's 4-2. All right. This is respectable, especially with 10 men. Again, we've just got to try and keep ourselves in the game. But with 10 men, we've gone and scored a goal against Borussia Dortmund, and that is no mean feat. Really, really well done there, boys. O'Halloran's having a poor game. I'm wondering if we use our last sub to take him off and try KDH in there. I don't think there's another good ball forward for Davies now getting forward. What can Sean Davies do? Could he have held it up a little bit? Grehan was doing his best to get there with him. Let's try KDH in a not Champions League game, but in a European game. See how he goes. It's not been a good day for O'Halloran. It's not been a good day for Gosney. Gosney's not good enough for Europe. O'Halloran, I don't think right now is good enough. But there we go. 4-2 at home. The away goals, if we got that away from home, I'd say fair enough, acceptable. At home, that makes it very, very difficult for the second leg. But we are still in it. What do we say? It's one of those days, I think. So Borussia Dortmund coast past Bala town. The Williamson injury is a bruised thigh, so that should be fine. He should be back for the second leg. Vukovic is going to be banned for a game. I do think we saw enough from Sean Davies to suggest he could play the second leg. Guys, wait right there. There's a game against Bengal City in the league. I'll play through that, and then we'll be back for the second leg. Okay, welcome back. It is Viewers Player of the Year nomination time. Now, what I've done is there were 2 players that received more than 1 nomination. For the other players that are nominated, the 2 with the highest average match rating, I've added them into the ballot here. So let's start in alphabetical order. First up is Damien Allmark. Stunning season for him this year, obviously. 43 goals and counting, 3 assists and an average match rating of 806. Next up is fan favourite Ap Gareth. He has 5 goals, 1 assist, and an average rating of 7.15. Next nominee is KDH, Kian Davies Hughes, the centre-back. 2 goals, 2 assists, and a 7.58 average match rating for him. And the final nominee is midfielder Ryan Murphy. He has 5 goals, 5 assists, and an average match rating of 7.48. Now, we are going to have to change this method in the future, but for now, we can still go ahead with the eye at the top of the screen there. Click on that, vote for your favourite, and we will announce the winner in next episode's End of Season Awards. I'm Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist here in Dortmund, ahead of the visit of Welsh side Bala Town, who need a comeback of Hibernian proportions to keep their European season alive. And if these fans are anything to go by, they've got a snowball's chance in hell. Okay, welcome back. Now, before we get to the second leg, we have got our new youth intake, and to be honest, again, as ever, it's a little bit disappointing in that we haven't got any real stars that have come through. I mean, 2 3-star players are sort of... Sean Davies is a 2.5-star player, and we got offered £1 million for him. So they're not terrible players, but they're not players that are going to take us anywhere in Europe, unfortunately. So Peter Lloyd, centre-back, is the first guy here, high potential. Dave Ashworth, oh, we're moving around, thank you, game, for that. Dave Ashworth, game, please. Let's just click on him. A striker that's, again, decent enough, more of a target man, not the best finishing. So that kind of is what it is. We've got Mark Burgess. Again, a striker, decent finishing, again, decent in the air, maybe a little bit more there, but he's not really going to take us anywhere in Europe, and there's a few others there that are lower potential again. So yeah, again, just... We won't put this one on the new head of youth development. Ben Owen, of course, has just come in, so hopefully next year he finds some stars for us. Alright, there's one game to catch you up on. That was our league fixture against Bengal City. Are we still hunting down the perfect season? The dream is over. The dream is over. We got held to a 0-0 draw. We dominated the game. We deserved to win. You can see their goalkeeper was the best player on the field. Allmark, I still forgot to take him off penalties. I've done it now. He missed one. We ended up having to sub him off. To be honest, I don't know if it would have made much of a difference. Because, yeah, it was just one of those days. I don't think we would have scored if we'd played all day. So there we go. The perfect season is over. We are still hunting down being invincibles again. But yeah, disappointingly, that is the end of the perfect season. But... European campaign on the line. We need an epic comeback here that makes the Hibernian game look like a routine win. We are 10-1 outsiders for this one. We're not in the best form of recently. And we know roughly what to expect from them because we've just played them. So I'm not even going to particularly bother to go through this too much. This is what they did against Werder Bremen last time out. A narrow win there for them. But we saw what they did. We played them not that long ago. And this is it. This is the team we're sending out now. A few things. There's suspensions to Norrington Davies, who's been called up to the Welsh team along with Sam York and Damien Allmark. So they're all off on international duty. But he's suspended for this one for yellow card accumulation. And obviously, Vukovic is suspended for his red card. That all being the case, unfortunately, Sean Davies has picked up a bit of a knock, so he's not really available for this one either. So it's Teniskovic in goal, it's Burke coming in for Norrington Davies, it's O'Halloran, Gosney and Follerin, it's Brewerton, it's York and Williamson back fit, he goes in midfield, it's Greehand and Maurice comes in to play down the left, basically lack of options, and Mackmeyer goes up top again. Yeah, we've changed things a little bit, we're being cautious, we're changing the way we're playing ever so slightly. We are playing out of defence, but we're also just looking to get the ball wide early, and we're regrouping, and we're not getting stuck in, because we've seen already that just costs us yellow and red cards. So everybody is playing the same as last game. Yeah, I mean, we did okay last... It's the fact that it was the home game, isn't it? Gomez says pressure's off. Alright, let's try. Good luck, lads. Go out there, pull up an upset, and then let's try with a little bit of passion, I have faith. Let's try the passion, see if it works. We've got really nothing to lose, so we'll just hope. And here we go. Yeah, we did do work on defending corners and set pieces in between games, so hopefully that won't come back to haunt us again. I mean, it's a good learning experience for next season. We should try more direct passing style. I did toy with that a little bit, so let's try that. If we are counter-attacking, maybe that's what we need to do. But this, as I said, a good learning experience for next season to see if this is something that could work for us against the big teams. Because that's what we need. We need to find a way to get results against these sorts of teams. And I do wonder, having sort of seen it now, if it is maybe... What is that? What is that defending, boys? Teniskovic, I'm going to say he had it covered. They chip it back in. O'Halloran gets it behind for a corner. Decent defending there from him. But there we go. I don't usually like playing counter-attacking football because I feel like it just invites the better team on. But, I mean, we're not capable of going toe-for-toe with them, are we? So maybe we're going to have to just, find a way for a little while to get these sort of results that we need. We're under the cosh here, aren't we? Follerin gets it half clear. It comes back in. It's edge of the area, and that's just past the post again. Oh, we are under very, very heavy pressure here, aren't we? And this is what I don't like about, playing on the break. We basically need to score 3 goals, don't we? Because, we need to get to 4 and then win by 2. So 3 goals is the minimum we need to get through. We'll try and demand more late in the half here. I mean, we've almost got the half-time scoreless in Dortmund. Now, yes, they don't need to attack because they've already essentially won the tie at our place. And that's not the best rollout, but Williamson does well. Here we go with Grehan. What can he do? We know he can get past a man. He goes down the outside. They're ready for him this time. And are we going to get caught on the break? It's the hope that kills you, isn't it? Just when you think you got something going for you. Ball forward. It's long ball forward as well. The man cuts inside. We've got Gosney there. Gosney. I don't think he tackled. I think the guy actually passed it back, the Dortmund player. But still, the highlight continues. A little bit of show off there from Zachariah. Come on, boys. Don't let them toy with you. Williamson, no. Let's get a foot in. Get a foot in, Follerin. Get a foot in, block. We almost got the half-time scoreless. They score in first half stoppage time. We're 1-0 down. Let's ask them to show some passion. And... They're just too good for us, aren't they? And it's soul destroying. It's absolutely soul destroying. We've got a young team though. We'll be back better and stronger next season. But yeah, it's just difficult right now, isn't it? Sympathise after that performance. Unlucky, boys. Unlucky. We'll get back out there, see what we can do. Second half. I'm going to take Follerin off. I'm going to try Cameron out as a right back. The reason I didn't start him out there is because there was a link up between Follerin and Grehan, but that's obviously not working. The other thing I wanted to try again is let's maybe go back to trying Grehan as the inside forward. See if that works at all for us. Maurice is not having a great game. Grehan's not having a great game. Let's try demanding a little bit more. Alright, Grehan's not working. Let's try Averman out there then. Get the young German. Let's get rid of the inside forward for him, so I don't think that's going to particularly work. And there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments of the European campaign, what you think we can do to improve. I think it is just a case of playing against teams that are, at this point, just too good for us. Cross in, hacked off the line by Gosney. And I think we've seen that the downfall to playing with the counter-attack and, we are this game, is that we don't have an outball. We don't really have a threat. If it's not going out wide early, then it's not happening, is it? We don't have a threat. What we have done, of course, is we've only lost the game 1-0, which is something, but all in all, it's the end of the European campaign. There's no shame in losing to Dortmund, obviously, but it is a little bit disappointing, isn't it? So Europe ends in the Europa League second round for us. You do wonder if we could have got that result at home. Maybe we would have had something more for them in the second leg. But we've got £1 million essentially there. That's not bad. So Europe done for the year. Finances are in a very, very strong place. And we have a quick look at what that's done for our coefficient points for the year. So here we are here, Bala Town. We had 13 points to defend and we've got 11. So that's not bad. That's not bad. It's a good season in Europe for us. We've got the next few seasons here where we didn't do too well, 5 and 6 points. We're defending less points over the next 2 seasons than we had to defend this season. So if we can do something similar, then we will start and shoot up this coefficient table, which will help us in being seeded for group draws and that kind of thing. But guys, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, do obviously hit thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and we'll be back next time basically to wrap up the season. There's going to be a lot of games to catch you up on, but there's no point dragging this out. We'll come back either for the Welsh Cup final, should we get past Kefren Druids, or the final game of the league season against Barry Town. But that's all for next time, guys. Don't forget, if you haven't already, go and vote for your Viewers Player of the Year. We'll award that at the end of season awards next time around. Until then, guys, I'm an Aussie villain. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our European campaign. The new one is but months away. Take care.